7 o'clock. Very good. Good students. So, if any possible. So, what possible, Senapati? So, I want to take Sunday class. Okay. So, take 4 hours. So, taking 4 hours. I don't mind, but Sunday also, I also will have some work now. So, other time, morning 7 o'clock, 6:30, I will start in my home. I'll come to this place and I'll be there up to 8 o'clock night. So, if I go to home, it is 9 o'clock. So, where is the time to do some any extra work? Some type of shopping, or shopping means not like some type of things in the home. So, I'll take the class on Sunday. Maximum I will take 3 hours. Okay. So, I want to take up some extra time on Sunday, because this batch I took more amount of time. So, more than my requirement, it is extended because of some, what do you call, and I took them 3 days holidays, like that I took. So that anyhow we'll go for it. So come friend. Right. So don't sit in the back benches. Always sit in the front bench. Okay. Now, Brahmani, when is the last class? Okay. So last class I'll tell on Sunday. So shall we move forward? Yeah. So let us start with the next discussion. So once Pandas is over, because if it is a data science level, we go more in what do you call, according to the data science related algorithms, and the Pandas will be more in this. Because as a part of our Python class, I'm giving some extra importance to this other than my Python. So actually Python is over with network programming itself. So multi-threading networking itself. So, but we are talking some extra concepts like Pandas and NumPy. So let us start with Pandas here. So we'll start with totally new topic for you. So I'm going to introduce Pandas here. Fine. So why do you use this Pandas? Why we use NumPy? What do you understand from NumPy? Have you practiced that the last class examples? Practiced? Practiced? One day your online class, hello, happily sitting. Sitting, sleeping? Sleeping, na? So tell me, have you practiced that examples yesterday? Not, na? Not practiced. Practiced. Who practiced? Raise the hands. Okay, only 2 members. So others, you only 3 members practiced. Others, Sari's practice night is more than enough for us, like that. Huh? So you should practice, guys. So anyhow, tomorrow class. Yeah. For doing, yes, ma. So Vamsi, I will tell you, ma, which batch will start. Today only I got a call, sir, complete 4 VM batch, like that. So that's why I'm taking Sunday class, some extra time I will take. So by using NumPy, we do some advanced mathematical operations. And one thing I just want to say, transpose operation also I want to show you. Transpose, I hope I did not tell you that. Just 1 minute, give me a time. I'll go for transpose. Then I will start the NumPy kind of Pandas level. So here, if you take it, so I'm going to say some import NumPy as NP. So there I'm taking A is equal to NP dot what, array. I'm taking some type of array here. 10, 20, 30. 10, 20, 30. I'm taking here 40, 50 and 60. 40, 50, 60. This is called which matrix, ma? Okay, 1 minute. I will close this bracket. What happens? So, yeah. So this is done. A is equal to This is the matrix. What is the dimension? A dot endim, A dot endim, A dot what? Shape. So 2 comma 3. If I transpose it, transposing means what? Rows to columns, columns to rows. Simple. So B is equal to NP dot, there is a function called what? Transpose. Transpose of what? A. Transpose of A. What is that function name? Transpose. What is the function transpose gives? Rows will become columns, columns will become. So to write the code in our C language or C++ or Java, minimum 20 to 25 lines of code. Print that B, see that B is becoming, whatever the rows are there that are becoming columns here. Whatever the rows we have that are becoming columns here. So if I say that B dot shape, if I say B dot shape, you got what? 3 comma 2. 3 comma 2 we got it. Are you understanding, students? Well, so now come back to the point of it. Transpose function also you are aware of it. So anything comes, suppose if you enter into your industry, if it is coming a new module, we need not to feel that something is all of a sudden new and we need to rush over to Amirpet and need to sit in the class. So you understand, na? For every topic, one module is there. In the modules, what will be there? Functions will be there, variables will be there. It's after all by go through that, we can understand that. Am I clear? So like that, if you see this kind of, these many number of functions we have seen. In NumPy module, so many functions are there. Still in data science, according to the data science related algorithms, if any new function is coming, we should be able to understand very easily. Right now? So like that, when I come to the pandas also, so with that, what last class is done, last class up to last class and up to here, NumPy kind of things, even a complex mathematical coding is possible with CPP. We solved with what? Simple functions, which is already built in the third party module called what? NumPy. So NumPy is meant for basically for what purpose? For arrays organization and for complex mathematical operations. Okay, Ganesh, I will post it, ma. I'll post it this. Nothing is there inside of it. Nothing is there inside of it. I will post it. Okay, now. So leave that part. Coming to that, and create this, and A dot endim, A dot shape, A dot transpose, B and B dot shape. This example I will post it. Not a problem. This I will post it regarding the transpose is concerned. Okay, that you leave it. Coming to the next discussion. So NumPy is meant for what? Complex mathematical calculations and arrays organization. So we have seen varieties of operations inside of it. Now in the pandas level, we are going for, pandas is basically used for data analysis. Data analysis purpose, we will go for it. Data analysis purpose, we use it. So once the data is available, that data will give you a lot of ideas, lot of research on that data to be performed, and that research or understanding the data requires analysis. Suppose you take an example of the different banks who are offering loans and different properties, like vehicle loans, like home loans, like gadget loans, like that, so many number of against the property, like that they are giving. So if you want to take some vehicle loan, and what you will do? I require to visit a bank. I need to find the information from X bank. How do you know that it is a higher or lower? How do you know that it is a higher or lower? You visited one bank and you find that is an information. How do you know that it is a higher or lower? I have to visit to another bank and I have to get the information. I have to put it in a paper. What is that? Vehicle loan, X bank interest rate, Y bank interest rate, Z bank interest rate. I will prepare one tabular sheet. Are you getting understanding that frame? What is that? Banker name, interest rate, and what type of property you are taking. So you want to buy a car, I want to take a car loan. So on that, what I will do? I will take different banks and their interest rate. How that sheet will look like? Is it a tabular format or not? Generally, how do you maintain a tabular format in our programming, which you have seen in my class? Tabular format. How do you see? Database. Database is a collection of tables or not? Tables contains what? Records. Records. So that is called related to data. Here also related to data about the particular case called what? Vehicle loan. So the vehicle loan kind of banks are what are offering? What is the interest rate? By looking at this, I can analyze that which bank is offering lowest interest rate. What is that component is called? A data analysis. Am I correct? Right. Suppose if you go to Bajaj Electronics, there are a lot of commodities are organized. Product code, product name, and then price. Product code, product name, price. Right? And I want to find out what are the offers offering on that area. What are the commodities available in this electronic shop which are more than 5,000 rupees or less than 5,000 rupees, between 4,000 to 10,000 rupees, between 15,000 to 20,000, between 50,000 to 1 lakh. What are the various things are there? That is nothing but what? I am analyzing the given data sets. So for analyzing any given data sets, which are very important in marketing field, which are very important in financial sector, which are very important in retail sectors, which are everywhere else, they are important as on today. So what is the role of data scientist in the industry? What is the role of business intelligence analyst in the industry? Where you write a Python coding, you require what? Data analysis is required. What are the profits made by Amazon in 2021 financial year or 2021-2022? What is the financial year bonus offered to the customers? So like that, I want to go for analyzing some data. So to analyze this data, what I need? Some type of library is required. That library is not present in where? Traditional Python. Am I correct? Where it is present in? Some sort of module is directly available for us, which is not a Python module. What is that module is called? Third party module. What is that module called? Pandas. So why pandas are used? The name itself says pandas stands for panel data. Panel data. PAN. PANEL. EL small. PAN capital. Data. DA. Another TA is optional. Panda means in the panda, PAN means panel. And the data, D stands for that. And nobody will ask the full form, just I am saying to you. What is meant by panel? It's one type of data structure where I am going to put my data sets. Are you able to get some small idea? So what is the difference between NumPy and pandas? NumPy is used for what? Organizing the elements in the form of arrays and performing complex mathematical calculations. Understand? Well, now, what is the purpose of pandas? It won't do any calculations for us. What it will do? It will analyze the data. For analysis is concerned, different mechanisms are given, which I am going to show in the class. Fine? Right. So how to organize the data inside of it? And who developed it? That are all called story. Who developed this NumPy? Who developed Python first of all? Rosum developed Python. Who developed NumPy? At least remember that name. Travis Oliphant, I said. Travis Oliphant. Before NumPy, what was there? Numeric library, which was developed by Jim Hungunian. Later, that numerical library is studied by Travis Oliphant. With other contributors, he developed a new kind of library called what? NumPy. And there he developed it in some year back and released to the industry. And he developed in which language? C language and what? Python. Why C language is used? For fastest execution. Why Python is used? For comfortability in the programming purpose. Right? Similarly, when you come to this pandas, which is developed by WES, which is developed by WES, MC Kinney, MC Kinney, KINNEY, in the year 2008, this was developed. It was developed in where? 2008. Who developed that? MC Kinney. And Python is the source language. I can use this pandas because Python is one of the embedded programming language. Embedded programming means I can call any of the other party modules directly as a part of the Python programming. And moreover, because of the popularity of Python nowadays, and pandas also provided the support for Python from that year 2008 onwards. Are you following this? And Python is a third party module. What is the name of the module to introduce now? What is the name of the module name? So I'm taking module name is pandas. Module name is pandas. Is it a original module of Python? Is it a predefined module of Python? No. What module it is? Third party module. What are the third party modules we have seen in our class? CX_Oracle, MySQL-connector, NumPy, and next is what? Pandas. Since it is a third party module, how do you install? By using which tool you will use? Pip tool you will use to install this pandas. How do you introduce? How do you install? Pip install what is this? Pandas. So that pandas will be installed. So final question is, why we use this pandas? Why we use the pandas? For data analysis, for data analyzing. As a data scientist, we will study the data and will make some decisions. How the decisions will be made? Not by just thinking group of people and taking the decision like that. With the programming, I want to take it. With the programming concepts, we will take it. Right? So how we can go for it? Before analyzing the data, first of all, I must store the data or not? I must store the data. Na? To store the data in NumPy, which object we are using? NdArray object. Which object? So the total concepts we did on NdArray object. Similarly, when we come to this pandas, we are using two types of objects we are using very regularly. One is called very, very important. Directly I'm entering into the subject part. One is called what? Series. One is called what, ma? Series. I'm using one is series. One more is called what, data frame. One is called series. One more is what? Data frame. One is by using series. One more by using data frame. See students. Series and data frame are called two classes present in where? Pandas. And whose objects are used for organizing our data, which helps us to analyze our information about the data. So where are you organizing the data first? Where are you organizing the data in NumPy? In the object of NdArray. If you don't say, I will go on explaining. Time is not there. Where are you organizing the data in NumPy? In the NdArray, in the object of NdArray. Spell out. Right. In the object of NdArray. Next, I want to organize the data even in pandas also. No? How do I organize the data in pandas? Some objects I need. Na? I need some objects. What is an objects I need? One is a series class object. One more is a data frame object. Series object. One more is data frame object. How do you go for series? How do you go for data frame? Right? Have you seen Excel sheet anytime? Have you seen Excel sheet? No? So for example, I want to organize some hundreds of patients are visiting to an hospital. They are just recording pulse rate and then the number of calories burned in the particular workout, and then maximum pulse rate and minimum pulse rate and the calories burned, and I want to record the data of 1,000 patients. And I want to fetch it out from that how many are healthy, how many are non-healthy. So I need one kind of operation or not? In a healthcare sector, some hundreds and thousands of people are visiting. I want to find out how many of them are having normal pulse rate, how many of them are having below pulse rate, how many are having high pulse rate. How do you find that? By using some programmatic mechanism or not? So each and every person will not take some lakhs of people's information. I can't appoint 2 to 3 people to study the data and write in a piece of paper. I want to write with a single line of code, below pulse rate, above pulse rate, and normal pulse rate. How this is coming? Because of some type of coding aspects. So the one and only one coding aspect, which will be very easy and easy to organize, that is called what? Pandas. Are you following? Right. So how the people are saying, how the people are recognizing that, suppose you take a pandemic situation, how the people are recognizing that these are the symptoms of COVID, how they are analyzing. They performed a survey on some 100 people. 100 people, that symptoms they will study, and they'll prepare a chart of that or not. They will put it into where? Into one place of either series or data frame. They will arrange the 10 values, 10 symptoms. If any new patient is coming with the same symptom, if that symptom is present in that, if that symptom is there in that any one of the 10, declared as so and so problem. If any of the symptom is not there, I can say that non-COVID patient. So beginning, nobody knows that that situation is so and so. They conducted some survey on some people or not. That people's information they are organized. Where they are organizing? In the pandas. Why they are organizing in pandas? For analysis purpose. Are you getting my point? So how do you organize the data in pandas? In 2 objects. One is what object? Series object, and one more is, right. Do you know Excel sheet? Excel sheet. How the Excel sheet is organizing? Rows and then columns. So just imagine one column. Just imagine one column. That is called what? Series. I will explain Excel sheet also. That is called a CSV file. I'll explain CSV file. Because the pandas is very interesting concept. So series is nothing but one column in the Excel sheet. One column in the Excel sheet. What is the data frame? Data frame is a collection of rows and columns. It is like a 2-dimensional labeled array. 2-dimensional labeled array. Series is nothing but just like a column, which is having some small index. For that, I want to give some awareness for you. Okay, na? Shall I give you one small awareness? So what is the series? Only one column. It is a 1-dimensional labeled array. 1-dimensional labeled array. For example, I want to record all my student names. I will write my student names. And before that, what I will write? 1, 2, 3, like that I will write or not? What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. Indexes, labels. Names are there, na? That is my original data. The type of organization is known as what? Series. Another way, what I want to write? My student name, my student marks, my student mobile number, my student mail ID. I want to organize in one object. Where can I organize? Some hundreds of people's data I want to organize like that. How can I organize? In the data frame. What is the data frame? 2-dimensional labeled array. What is series? 1-dimensional labeled array. So pandas is organizing how many varieties of data? 2 varieties of data. One is called what? Come on. Series. One more is data frame. So series is containing what? 1-dimensional data. That 1-dimensional data will have some indexing. I will show you that. Data frame is containing what? 2-dimensional. So 2-dimensional means what? Column 1, column 2, column 3, column n number of columns are there. For that also index will be there. A small example I am going to show you. Small picture I want to show you. Nothing else is there, students. Just I want to give you some small awareness, because I am thinking about your things. I just want to show you a small information, some small user-friendly notes I prepared for you, small image I prepared for you to make you to understand quickly. Just observe it. Here, series is containing what? Some value 3, some value 2, something I am organizing. Don't worry about it. 0 and then 1. What is this is called a series data, which is labeled with what? 0, 1, 2, 3. These are by default indexes. If you want, you can give your own index also. That I'm going to enter into now itself. Are you following? What is that? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4? Default indexes. Spell out. 3, 2, 0, 1 is called what? Series data. Spell out. Right. Coming to the next part, if you come to another area, if you come out, data frame you see, 0th index contains what? What is this, ma? Column indexes they are called. What these are called? Column indexes. Spell out. What are this entire data called? Which data? This is apples data or not? What is this data is called? Oranges data. What is this 0th index says? How many apples are there? How many oranges are there? In first, how many apples are there? How many oranges are there? These are called default indexes. This is a column names I am giving apples and then what? Oranges. You take in another words. Student number, student name, marks 1, marks 2, marks 3. Student number 1, student name, marks 1, marks 2, marks 3. Student numbers I will write, marks I will write, marks 1, marks 2, marks 3 I will write. I will put it into my program in the form of an object. Which object it is? Cheppande. Student number, student name, marks 1, marks 2, marks 3. Data frame. I'll take only names. Series. Only marks. Series. Combination of all of them. Right. What is the difference between series and data frame? Series organizes 1D format with the default index starts from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. Actually, so simple to understand. Data frame is organizing in the form of rows and columns. Columns are called what? Data columns names are called data frame indexes, upper indexes. 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. are called data frame rows. I'll do a lot of examples on that area. So coming to the point of it, here I took it as apples and etc. I will take it as SNO. I will take it as SName, M1, M2, etc. I want to take the information about all BTech CSE 4th year students information. Where can I organize? I want to take all the BTech students 4th year information, number, name, marks 1, marks 2, marks 3, marks for project marks. Where can I take it? Data frame. After that arranging, I will understand who got more than 80%, who got less than 80%, who is the persons who are failed. All those information I can analyze or not. So we are going to do a lot more things. First, we need to learn how to organize the data. How to organize the data in how many ways? 2 ways. Number 1, by using series. Keep these things in the view of it. How many ways are there to organize? 2 ways. One is by using, one more by using data frame. How many ways are there to organize in NumPy? 1 way. Which object? ND array. How many ways are there to create ND array? Beginning, we learned 7 ways. And we arranged the data. We did some operations on that. Here also, we are going to do some operations on pandas now. So let us start with information about, now I'm going to open it here. Introduction to pandas. A small information I'm going to say. Whatever is explained so far, I just want to make you to understand. A pandas is one of the open source library. Are you installing free of cost or are you paying anything else? Free of cost. It is nothing but what here? Open source library. That means anybody can add any kind of new information to it, provided if it is not present inside. Or it is a module providing high performance for what? Data manipulation and what? Analysis tool. I can update also. I can analyze also. I can delete also. I can do many more operations. The word panda is derived from where? Panel data. So I wrote 3 letters capital and 2 letters capital here. Panel data. The pandas const Now start with. So here, the pandas derived from students who are in the online. First of all, am I audible to you? Am I audible to you? First confirm once more, all of you students. So Nitikesh, line number 9. What is there? Okay. Start with. So the word pandas derived from the word called what? Panel data. Panel data. And next point to understand is this is all called like something like a reading like the pandas concept developed by W.E.S. M.C. Kinney in the year 2008. Right? And nobody will ask this type of question in the interview point of view. Just to remember this name, M.C. Kinney. The traditional Python programming does not contain any module for which one? Data analysis. We don't have any such type of module for data analysis. And now Python programming uses pandas as a data analysis tool. Third-party module. Well, so the Python pandas can be used in wide range of fields like financial services. Like financial services means a small example I said. Analysis of taking, I want to take some mutual funds, what do you call it, shares I want to buy it. So I need to analyze the data or not. So without analyzing the data, we can't able to take a decision on it. Like a statistical programming, statistical approaches, statistical analysis on any field or any information, statistical analysis, retail marketing sectors, and then etc. as data analysis tool we are using. So Python pandas can be used at these many places as an analysis tool. And the pandas module developed by using what? C and what languages? Python languages. Now how to install this pandas? How to install this? As I told you that standard Python software or distribution C Python does not contain any module for data analysis. And now we are using a third-party module called what? Pandas, and whose name is what? Pandas here. So programmatically to use pandas as a part of our Python program, we must first install what? Pandas module by using which tool? Pip tool. How do you do that? Syntax. Example, pip install and pandas. Pip install pandas. And now, how do you go for it? Now install that pandas. How do you go for it? Go to your command prompt. Go to your command prompt. Go to the place, CMD. Go to this place and say pip install. What is this now? Pandas. So pandas here. So it is, if it is already there, this requirement already satisfied. If this is not there, you will be getting what? A progress bar will come. There successfully installed, you will get it. So this indicates that it was installed already. It was installed already. So check it out whether it is there or not. Go to your command prompt, Python command prompt or Jupyter notebook. So I prefer to go for it where I can use up arrow and down arrow keys. Import, what is this now? Pandas as PD, some alias name. And I'm printing PD dot hyphen what? Version. Hyphen underscore. Underscore hyphen. Underscore. You can use underscore here. You'll get the version. What is the version now? 1.4.2. How do you get the NumPy version? NP dot underscore version underscore you will get it. Are you understanding? And one more thing is the pandas module is built on the top of what? NumPy. Built on the top of NumPy, because NumPy module also once again used in the pandas itself. Because I am going to use pandas with what? NumPy module in turns. So let us continue the discussion. Here. What are the key features of pandas? Why these pandas things are? Why these pandas things are? Number one, fast and efficient data frame with a default and customized indexing. That I am going to show you that. Data frame is organizing the data in the form of two-dimensional rows, columns. I can give my own indexing values. I can give my own column names also. That is going to give you fast and efficient data frame with customized indexing. I will explain that. Tools for loading the data in memory data objects. Nothing but objects of series and data frame. Objects of series and what? Data frame. These are the organization of the data. This is called tools for loading the data in memory data objects. Series object and then data frame object. We are going to see very shortly. We can access the data from pandas by using labeled based indexing and slicing. These things you can understand once if I do one or two lines of coding. If I just read out, you may not be able to understand what is the meaning of it. Within 2 minutes, when I go to the section of subject of what? Series and data frame, you will understand that. Once again, I will come back and I will read out. Remember this. These things once again I will read out. Okay, now what are the key features? It is very easy to retrieve the data and doing some because of customized indexing. We can access the data from any pandas for analyzing the data on the basis of labeled slicing and indexing, and columns in the in-memory objects of series and objects of data frame can be deleted or inserted whenever we like it. We are going to see all these things programmatically in the class. These are the key features what we are going to see. Let it be these things, you don't worry for a few minutes. At the end of the class, you are going to see in my class. Shall I move forward? So why pandas are used? For data analysis. And we are going to see these entire sessions, how the data analysis is done and how best we are going to use it. We are going to look into that. Next, I would like to go for one more thing. What are the data structures used in pandas? That means in which place we are going to organize the data. In pandas programming, we can store the data in how many types? Two types of data structures we use. Which data structure we are using in NumPy? ND array. Here, how many data structures we are using? Two. One more is, so first we will go for series. What do you know about series? Just I am asking. A series is nothing but a one-dimensional labeled array. One-dimensional labeled array. Labeled means what? What is the default labeling? 0 onwards. I will directly go to the example. Look at. After showing that, you will get a clarity first. Let us go to the previous place. Import pandas as PD. S is equal to, there is one function, guys. What is the function? Series is a function. Present in where? Pandas. In the entire pandas programming, in two places you will organize the data. That is fixed. For analyzing the data, first data storage is important. Where we can organize the data? In the form of pandas. In pandas, how many objects are required? Two objects. One is series object and series discussion first. What is the function name? Present in where? Present in where? Pandas module. Pandas module. Right? So, pandas module. What is its syntax? Series. That is a variable name. I will show the syntax also because I want to show the program. That's why I'm writing commenting there. PD data, that is called pandas dot series. Yes, capital students. Series. First one is called object. First one is called object. Next is called index, comma D type. D type. You already know D type, endim, shape, all those things you know. Let's start. What is that object represents? What is that object represents? List object, dict object, tuple object. We are going to see now. Let us take one object here. L is equal to 10, 20, 30, 40. After all, it is called which type? List type. If I print L, it is just printing only list of values. But I want as a labeled array. As a labeled array. Am I getting labeled array there? No. Now I can convert into ND array object also. Is my ND array object is giving labeled array? No, because it is also going to print almost like that only without commas. Am I clear? Now I want to convert into a labeled array. How do you do that? Some variable name s is equal to, come on, follow. Variable name s is equal to pandas dot series. Pandas alias name is called what? PD dot what? Series. PD dot series of what I am passing? L. L. Here what I am passing only object. Which one I am not passing? If I don't pass index, index starts from where? 0. Index starts from where? 0. Index ends with what? How many values are there? Don't take much serious. It's very easy. How many values are there? What is the index of 10? Quickly, guys, all of you, all the students in the online, 0. Next, 1, 2, 3. 0, 1, 2, 3 are called what? Default indexes. Default print. Immediately, you try to print it, students. Immediately, you try to print. Enter key. Print yes. What is the type of S I will print it? First, yes, comma, type of yes, ma. Type of yes. Please look at that carefully. 10, 20, 30, 40. What is that? Is a data. This is the data. What is this 0, 1, 2, 3? It is the 1 minute. I will take my presenter there. 1 minute, wait. So I will take. So here I am taking some information. Yeah. Coming to the point back to this line, go to this place. Here, what is this information is called here? Default indexes. What is this is called? Series data. Labeled with what? 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. So this labeling will give you, Ranjan, what data type is by default taking, sir? Come on, ma, I'm going to discuss that. Ranjan, why you are not waiting, ma? What is the default data type it is taking, ma? Wait, na? I'm going to discuss that, right? I already wrote a syntax, right now. I already wrote a syntax. I'm about to discuss that. Okay, right. Now, I'm going to say, so Ranjan is unable to stop by himself. So I will write s dot d type. What is the d type here? Into 64, into 32, into 16. These are already known, na? These are all not data types we are interested at present. Are you following? One more thing I am going to say. Ranjan, your answer is here. Right on, Ranjan. Next, be careful. I am writing directly L1 is equal to, I am writing here, see students, 10 comma, okay, first I want to go for this one. Let me talk about it. 10, 20, 30, 40 is called what? Come on, ma, speed up please. Series data. What is this 0, 1, 2, 3 called? Default index starts from where? 0 to n minus 1. Where n minus 1 is nothing but what? Number of values in the series object minus 1. Please look at how do you get this data 10? Who is pointing to this entire data? Yes, na? Yes or no? S is an object of which class? Series, which is a part of what? Pandas. Pandas place core is an attribute, series is an attribute, series is a class which is going to build the object of series object, which is pointing to this entire data. Now print s of 0. S of 0. What is the value? What is that concept called? Indexing. 90% is as it is, you are going to get it. Next is called what? It is 2. What is the data? 2. 30. Next is called 4. What is the answer? 4 is not there. What is that? Key error. Indexes are called unique, na? Key error. Print once again yes. Print once again yes here. Print yes. Sorry. Yes, you print it. This is my yes data. Come on. S of 0 colon 3. 0 colon 3. What is that? What is that? Slicing. If you don't say, I'm not going to stop. Right. Come on to the point of it. I'm going to write it. Colon minus 1. What is that? Reverse. Are you able to understand? So don't wait for that. So coming to the point back. Now I want to go for, I want to give my own index. What is my index I want to give? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, I don't want to give. NO1, NO2, NO3, NO4. Or I want to give 10, 20, 30, 40. For these indexes, I want to give my own indexes. How I am going to give? See, I am going to give. Go to the series object once again. See the syntax once again. This is my syntax. Once again, please come. Once again, please come. L1, L1, series object, comma, index is equal to, always you need to supply the index in the form of list. Always you need to supply the in the form of what? Come on, supply. Indexes will be your own choice. Your own choice. Either you can give numerical indexes or you can give string indexes. I would like to give 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Print yes, my dear students. See that? Instead of 0, 1, 2, 3 default indexes, what it is organizing now? 1, 2, 3, 4. What is this 1, 2, 3, 4? Programmer defined indexes or not? Not only that, L object is containing this data. It is the programmer defined indexes. How do you access now? S of 1. What is the value? S of 2. What is the value? S of 3. What is the value? S of 4 is called what? Data is coming. But internally it is maintaining what? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 only. Are you getting? When you come to the slicing part, you tell me what is an answer? Colon, colon 2, what is an answer? 10, 30, 10, 30. See that? 10, 30, 10, 30. Are you understanding? It's very, very important. Now I am going to write it 10, 30. Now I am writing 0 colon, 0 colon. What is this now? You know, 4, 4, 0 colon 4. And what is this now? That's it I am going to say. Is it going to print everything or not? Don't think that, sir, where is the 0? I told internally these values are identified as what? 0. And for you, it is showing in the form of what? Programmer defined accesses. So how many ways are there to access my values of series? Either by using default indexes or you can use programmer defined indexes. Did you understand? Well, come down once again. You take students. Once again, I'm going to take the syntax, my dear students. Come on to the L. I'm going to say. Here I'm going to give indexes in the form of numeric. I'm going to give you ID1, comma, come on, ma, ID2, come on, next I'm giving what? ID3, ID3. Now, you may ask a question, sir, 4 values are there, 3 IDs are giving, it won't accept it. It won't accept it. You have to give what? Definitely number has to be given. How many values are there? 4. How many indexes you are giving on your own? 3. It will not accept it. You will get an error when you press enter key. Press enter key, you will get a very biggest error. How many values are there? Length of values are how many? Does not match with the length of index called what? You are giving how many indexes? How many indexes are supposed to be given? Yes. Now go for that. Values. I never go to what? This type of information. I will go to CSV file. I will go to CSV file. Rocky. I will go to CSV file. Coming to the point back, I'll go to CSV file also. I will explain ma. ID4. ID4 I am going to talk about it. ID4 I am going to talk about it. Now you press enter key. Now print yes. See the answer now. ID1, ID2, ID3, ID4. How do you access it now? Yes of, come on, ID of 1. What is the data coming? So how can you access the data? With the customized indexes or default indexes? Right. Is it easy to access or difficult to access? Just I will open once in a while. Please look at this answer. Fast and efficient data frame with what? Default and even though it is a data frame and this is a series, you can get it even with data frame also. Where I am going to store my data? In-memory data objects are what? Series. We can access the data from pandas by using Labeled based indexing as well as what? Slicing. Labeled based. On the basis of labels only we are going to access it. Next, columns from in-memory objects like series as well as data frame can be deleted as well as inserted. How to add and delete? I'm going to show you that in the class. Nothing to worry at this stage. So let us come back to this. I hope you are understanding what is the series here. Let me move to the further. One more example. L1 is equal to, be careful students. I'm taking something like SNO is equal to SNO comma 10, or something like, ROSUM is equal to ROSUM comma, I'm writing Python. ROSUM comma Python. Be careful. Comma. One more I'm writing here. Oliphant, Travis. I'm writing here. Travis, comma. What I'm writing? NumPy. So close, comma. I'm writing one more here. Gosling. I'm writing here. Some data I'm writing. Gosling. Writing comma. I'm writing here called what? Something like Java. I'm writing end of this and say end of this. So which is called what? Inner list. Come on. S is equal to PD dot. What is this now? Series of what? L1. Print this S1. How this is coming? 0, one inner list, 1 another inner list, and the next is called what? Another inner list. What did this indicates? Not only one element you can take, under one index you can place it. List in a list you can place it. These are the details what we are having. If you want to give your own indexes, for 0, 1, 2, 3, you can go for it. Are you able to understand? Are you getting or not? So like that, how many ways are there to create an object of series? We are going to enter. Shall we start? Right. One more thing you can understand. From the dictionary also you can create series. From tuple also you can create series. In many more ways you can create series. So I'm going to introduce first data structure in the pandas. That is called what? Series. I am going to open it. First one I am going to open series. After the series is completed, we will go for what? Pandas. Data frame we will open it. Come on, read out what is series here, which you understand. It is one of the one-dimensional labeled array capable of storing or holding homogeneous data of any type, integer type, string type, float type, and Python objects even. Let me show you that part. Line by line, I will show you this. L1 is equal to 10 comma ROSUM 34.56 comma something like true, something like I'm taking something like subject is called Python. I will take like this. This is the data. What type of values you have? Different type of values are there. Screen is gone. Just call one person. Yeah, okay, it came. So L1 is equal to, this is the data what we have. Next I want to go for what? Convert into series. How do you convert now? PD dot series of S capital, always you look at that, series of L1. Print that S1. What it is going to contain? 10 ROSUM 34.56 and Python. What is this 10? 0, 1, 2, 3 are called values here. 0 is called a number. This is called a name. This is called marks. This is called a subject. How do you do that? With our own labeled indexes, comma. What I will do here? Index is equal to, come on, how do you write it? SNO, comma, what next? Name, comma, marks, comma. Next is what? I will take it. Marks, I'm going to take it. Marks I'm taking, comma, I'm going to say subject, sub, I'm going to take it like this. 1 minute. I did not close the bracket. So index to be specified always in the form of list. Just now I said to you, series started L1, index is equal to this I'm giving. End of this you take it. So see that print yes. What is this now? What is this 10 is called SNO, ROSUM is this one, marks is this one, Python is called subject. What is the D type? Object. Why object? Even though you are organizing different type of values, internally they are stored in the form of a common type. Where I explained this object type in inheritance, in the NumPy also is specified, in Pandas also. When I organize different type of values, internally they are organized in the form of which type? Object type. How do you call? Yes or dot, how do you write it? D type. What is the type? O. O stands for what? If you print off like this, it is going to give you what type? Object type. Right? So come on to the point back. Ranjan, did you understand this object type? If it is a different type of values are there, internally they are taking in the form of object type. Let us go back to our discussion. Come on, once again you see, ma. Once again you see in this area. Now I want to change this roll number as 100. I want to change this roll number as 100. Can I change it? Did you change the L1 values? Did you change the NumPy object values? How do you change this? Come on, tell me. Don't take much time. Yes, of. Get some knowledge, boss. Because you are not practicing. That's why you are not saying immediately. S of SNO is equal to. What is SNO? It is the labeled, na? What is this S of SNO? First you understand. SNO of. What is the answer is coming? 10. Now I want to modify. It is called a labeled based indexing or not? Now I want to say is equal to what? 100. Print yes once again. So series object is mutable or immutable? Mutable. Why mutable? Changing the value. Changing the value. So go to dimensional labeled capable of storing same type and different type of anything in the form of integers, strings, float objects. In my example, integers are there. So strings are there, floats are there, many more types are there. Right? Come back to this example now. The access labels are collectively called as what? Index. And the Pandas series is nothing but a column value in a Excel series is called what? Mutable. Pandas series contains what values? That means internally, even we store which types? They are treated as which type? Object type they are treated. They are treated as which type? Object type. Because you have seen virtually in this example like object type they are called. Now next, how do you create a series? How do you create a series? So to create a series, there is a syntax. A series object can be created by using the following syntax. What is the syntax here? Variable name is equal to pandas dot series of object comma index comma what? D type. D type. What is this object can be? That object can be int tuple type, list type. There is a collection of values which is required for analyzing the data. Next, index represents what? Index represents what? By default, it is going to give what index? 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. Number of values minus 1. Can I give my own numerical value as index? And the D type can be depends on our type, what you are giving it. If it is a different type, everything is containing in the form of object. Come on, start with explanation I am giving. Here, variable name is an object of class pandas dot core dot series dot series. Last point you remember, series is a class of which module? Pandas. Now coming to that, pandas is what? Module name. Series is a predefined function in pandas module used for creating an object of series class. Series class object is created, which is organizing as a one-dimensional data. And here, object I am saying, object can be either list, ND array, dict. list, ND array, or what? Dict. I will use all of them in the example part. Nothing to worry. Index represents position of the value. Okay, students, now continue. So now I will go for students who are in the online. Am I audible now? So can't hear you, sir. I did not speak so far. Irfan, students in the online. So I got a second time net issue. So net issue, I got it. So, okay, let us continue now. So continue from the place where I stopped it. Here object can be either what? List, ND array, or what? Dict. Dict. I will show you list based series object, ND array series object, dict also I will show you. And index represents the position values present in the series object. The default value of what? Index starts from where? 0 to n minus 1. Here n represents number of values in which object? Series object. Next, programmatically we can give our own indexes also. Okay, because you have seen that SNO, SNAME and all those things here we have seen. So I gave here our own indexes I gave. And this is called by default, which type I converted into here? I converted which type here? List I converted. List I took it into conversion. So coming to the point back here, next continuation. D type represents any data type of this. This is an internal data types of C language which is considered internally. Okay. So what is this 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60? Import pandas as PD, import numpy as NP. Of course, that is taken into for numpy conversion. LS is equal to series. That is the first example only I did in the class. Beginning example is that only. Or beginning example. Let us look into that. 10, 20, 30, 40. Print the list. Converted into what? Series. What are the indexes? 0, 1, 2, 3. What is this 0, 1, 2, 3 are called? Default indexes. Default indexes. Which type? Same type are there. Which type it is called? Into 64. If you want, you can take it into what type? Float also you can take it. How do you take it into float? How do you take it into float? I can take it. Look at that. I will take it into float type also. Take that list once again. Take that list once again. The data what is there in the beginning. Yes, create a series object. S is equal to, come on, fast. Series of L comma, my own indexes I want to take it. Come on, fast. Index is equal to, come on. I take 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 4, comma, what is this? D type is equal to what? Float. Once you say float, 10.0, 20.0, like this, you will get it. Yes, ma. Correct. PD dot. PD dot, I will take it. SUC, 10 point, 10 point something like this you are getting. Are you able to understand? What is this 1, 2, 3, 4 are called? Programmer defined indexes. Programmer defined indexes. It's not only 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can give your own index. Are you able to get it? Next, one more thing, if you look at L1 is equal to, of course, it's very simple for you to understand. Of course, you say one thing, numpy I want to take it. Import numpy as what? NP. NP. Of course, nothing is special about that. NP dot what here? Array of L. Here. I will create what here? S is equal to, come on, PD dot, what is this now? Series of A. Print yes. It is going to be same. It is as good as directly I can convert from L into where? Series. What I did here, I converted from where? L into numpy, L into numpy, and numpy into where? Series. And I can give my own information, own indexes also you can give. One more thing you see, students, comma, A. I can write it directly. I can give what? 1, comma, 2, comma, 3, comma, 4. I can give like this also. This is called positional based arguments. You know, keyword. Don't look at like that. Index is equal to, it is called a keyword or not? Next, this is called a keyword. This is the first one is what? Positional based. Positional based. Next is called what? Keyword. Next is called a keyword. I am giving directly what? Index I gave. If you want, I can give directly what? Comma. What I am giving? Float. So I say yes, directly I can get like this. These are all called after all functions concept only. Are you able to get it? So I can create a series object in how many ways? One is a list based directly. One more is called what? Come on. List to ND array. ND array to what? Series. Series. I will go to dictionary. Look at the dictionary, students. Careful. D1 is equal to, careful ma. 10 colon apple. 10 colon apple. Beginning example. 20 colon mango. 20 colon mango. 30 colon something like raspberry. Something like this. I'm just writing like this data. Okay. Now keep it. This is called a D1. Print of what? D1. Print of D1. You know, this is called a dictionary type. You know, this is the basic part. Now I want to convert into which type? Series. S is equal to, very serious point, PD dot, what is this? Series of D1. Here one speciality is, here default indexes will not come. Default indexes will not come. Keys will become indexes. Keys will become indexes. What are the keys? 10, 20, 30, 40 will become indexes. And the apple, etc. values will become series data. Series data. Print yes here. It is going to become what? 10, 20, 30. 10, 20, 30 are called what? Keys as indexes. And the values of dictionary will become series data. How do I access? Yes of 10, apple. Yes of 20, like this. Yes of 30, you'll get this. Yes of 0, error. Dictionary is something different. Keys will become indexes. Values will become series values. So careful about that. Continue that now. Creating a series object in how many ways? I can create. You come on to the point of it. Create a series with these values. So a simple LST and PD.series and the print the data. Now another series, D type is equal to float, 10.0, 60.0. Travis MC Kinney, NP dot array of LST. I'm converting list of values into what? ND array. Come on, A. Printing this entire data. Unicode values. Coming to print A type, ND array object, I am printing. Converted into what? Series. This line is important. Converting ND array object into which type? Series. I converted numbers into series. I can convert names of NumPy into where? Series. So I am printing that. 0, default, 1, 2, 3, series. Next, just now I used it. Who is that? 10, ROSUM, 34.56, ROSUM. Converted that list into series. 0, 10, 1 ROSUM, 2 and 3. Object type, because different type of values. Next point you see. Creating a series object with what? Programmer defined index. How do you specify? Index is equal to, start with list is equal to 10 ROSUM 34.56 author. Who is this? Print that. Who is this? PD.series. LST. Okay. LST index. What is 10? SNO. What is ROSUM name? What is 34.56? What is author designation? I am specifying index is equal to. I specified programmer defined index. Print of S, number, name, marks, designation, which type? Object type. Print of S of STNO, labeled based accessing 10. Are you understanding? How many ways are there to access? Based indexing, programmer defined indexing also you can do. In the case of non-dictionary, you have to use compulsory keys only. Fine. Coming to next, LST is equal to ROSUM, these numbers, names, PD.series, index 100, 200, 300 and 400. ROSUM value is, ROSUM index is 100, Gosling index is 200, Travis index is 300, MC Kinney index is 400. What is this? Programmer defined indexes. Are you getting? Next what? Creating a series object from where? Dictive. Just now you have seen the dictive. What is the dictive? You have seen just now. These are the things. Come on, go back. Start with. A dict object can be used for creating series object. Here, a dict object also can be used to create a series object. What is the special point? If we use a dict object in series, then keys can be taken as indices, that is called indexes, automatically, and corresponding values of dict can be taken as what? Data. Come on. Import pandas as PD, serious about it. D1 is equal to, sub1 is equal to Python, sub2 is equal to Java, sub3 is equal to data science, sub4 is equal to ML. Print that D1 student and S dot PD dot series of D1. Right, done. Are you able to understand, students? See that I will take it as it is. Go for this place. Use it. In this place, try to use it. Say, copy this and try to paste. I say here, print D1 off. Now I want to create a series. How do you create series? PD dot series of D1. Print S. Sub1, sub2, sub3, sub4. I want to change Java as what? Django. Can I change it? How do you update? Do it. Yes, of sub2 is equal to what? Django. So I'm just writing like this. Say this. Yes, ma. Here colon I need to use. Fine. Say S. So it is going to become what? Updating. Are you following me? Continuation part of it. You can access this kind of thing. And these things are keys are acting as a indexes here. Let us continue. Next, D2 is equal to this values you are taking. Print D2. Converting this PD dot series into D2. Print of S. this data printed. I hope you are understanding. Am I clear about this? Clear or not clear? Clear. Suppose now when you go to this place, now I'm going to say something like this. Sometimes I'm taking something like, none I am writing. None. None I am writing. You please observe it. Come to this place and yes, you print it. What is there? None. For example, I am collecting your information. I asked your date of birth. You forget. And I say what in that place? None. In later case, I will update the data or not? Later case, I will update the data. So I will keep what data there? If I maintain the dictionary, in this case, if I don't give the subject 4, I cannot give colon after that, I cannot give because syntax violating. That's why I should write what? None I should write it. The value called sub 4, later you can update. How you can update it? Yes of sub 4 is equal to our value can be placed. So how many ways are there to create an object of series? Come on. How many ways? 2 ways. One is by using series. One more is what question I am asking and what are you answering? How many ways are there to create a series I am asking? One is by using list. You can use tuple also. No problem. You can use ND array also. You can use what? Dict also. Are you able to follow? So this is called one dimensional or two dimensional? One dimensional. So battery is also over. Today all problems are coming. So coming to the point back, here I am creating. Today we understand how to create an object of what? Today we understand series. Tomorrow class I will go for data frame. So data frame I will use, and a data frame, how to query the data from data frame also I'm going to use it. So tomorrow don't miss it. I'm going to talk about data frame tomorrow class. So series is understandable, na? Pandas is for what purpose? Analyzing the data. Right? Right. Data frame organizes 2D. Series organizing 1D. And 1D by default contain indexes. Starts from 0 to n minus 1. Can we give our own indexes? We can give our own indexes. Right? Fine. So I'll stop the class. Tomorrow class when I come back, we'll go for data frame. So don't miss that. Okay. And this Sunday, I'll take more than 2 hours class in the session. So it depends on our completion of subject. Thank you.